So, NXT New Year's Eve was last night. It was almost exactly 24 hours ago, and now I'm gonna go over it. This was the first NXT show of the year, and it was a little bit underwhelming, but it was pretty okay, I guess. So let's just jump on into it. I'm gonna go over all the matches, rank them. I'm gonna go over all the matches, rank them, give my overall thoughts, and then rank at the end. So starting off with the NXT Women's Championship, Lyra Valkyria versus Lyra Valkyria versus Blair Davenport. I really forgot. That match was really good. If it got a little bit more time, I think I would have been more intrigued. But it was still a pretty good match. I'm gonna give the first one a 4 out of 5. Blair Davenport got this match because she won the Women's Iron Survivor Challenge at NXT Deadline. So yeah, Lyra retained the 4 out of 5. And next up we have the No Quarter Catch Crew versus the LWO. Now it was supposed to be Dragon Lee, Joaquin Wilde, and Cruz del Toro. Instead, Dragon Lee had visa issues and couldn't leave Mexico. So it was Carlito filling in. It was pretty much a standard tag match, a 6-man tag. It was just a little bit under timed because of how short it was. Because it did not have time to showcase all 6-man, because that's what usual 6-man tags do. But you had there's this insane spot with Joaquin Wilde jumping off the second rope. It looked like he was that did not look human. That was pretty cool. I'll give the second match a 3.5 out of 5. And next up is the worst match of the night. I'm sorry, Roxanne. She's been having the worst matches, the back-to-back special shows. Deadline on New Year's Eve. Ariana Grace versus Roxanne Perez. This was just thrown in here. I have no idea why. Okay, I'm sorry. It says 2023 there. I don't know why. But yeah, this was just thrown into here, I guess. I have no idea why, but Roxanne did get the win, but she kept attacking Ariana, and the referee reversed his decision. Ariana won the match, despite being destroyed by Roxanne Perez. So the next up was the fourth match of the night with Tiffany Stratton versus Fallon Henley. The loser becomes the winner's ranch hand or servant, which I had picked Tiffany Stratton. First of all, I have gotten all my 3 picks right so far, with the NXT Women's Championship, the LWO versus No Critter Crash Crew, and Ariana Grace versus Roxanne. I picked Stratton here, and that was not good. It's the feud started off because Fallon Henley and Tiffany Stratton were feuding because Tiffany never does anything. She's like a spoiled brat or whatever, and Fallon is like a hard worker on the farm and whatever. And that's why the match stipulation was what it was. Tiffany did lose this match because she tried to bring a chair into the ring, but the ref didn't allow it, and Fallon Henley countered the distraction, and she won off of that, which is pretty cool. I really want to see what Tiffany is like as a ranch hand. 3.5 out of 5 for that. And the 5th match of the night was between Oba Femi and Riley Osborne. Oba Femi is someone I've never heard of. And then now all of a sudden he's the number 1 contender for the NXT Championship. Oba Femi versus Riley Osborne was the finals in the NXT Men's Breakout Tournament. It showcased Riley Osborne to the point where he could fight against this big giant, but then it ultimately did not work out at the end. In my opinion, this gets a 4 out of 5 because it showcased how brave, how courageous, and how powerful Riley Osborne could be against a giant, but Oba Femi, he has to show off, I guess. I don't know. 4 out of 5 for that one. That was still a good match. And then next up we have the main event, which was for the number 1 contender to challenge Ilja Dragunov. Now, Trick Williams was the men's Iron Survivor, but Grayson Waller was the original Iron Survivor, which both of these guys clashed to see who would be the number 1 contender. And yeah, it was mostly a pretty okay match. I mean, it got good at the end. I don't know, I just really don't want to put this too harshly. Kevin Owens came back to NXT and punched Grayson Waller in the face. And yeah, Trick Williams countered, although him and Carmelo, it's starting to tense up a little bit, yeah. But Trick Williams was able to counter off of that. This is a 4 out of 5. I really don't want to give it any higher than that, because it was not that good of a match. It was not that bad either. I'll just give it a 4 out of 5. Maybe lower. I'll maybe go 3.6 out of 5, but I have no idea. But no, I'm gonna keep it as 4 out of 5 because the stakes and the storytelling behind it. Or this is really no storytelling. It's just thrown in there because Grayson Waller. Grayson Waller is Grayson Waller, and they had to have a filler for the main event. Although I really hate that the kayfabe injuries are kind of taking over here. It's weird. I don't know. But so if I had to rank them, the NXT Women's Championship will go first. Then it would be Grayson versus Trick. Then Oba versus Riley. Then number 3 would be Tiffany versus Fallon. Number 4 would be Tiffany versus Fallon. Number 5 would be No Quarter Cashew versus LWO. And number 6 would be Ariana versus Roxanne. So yeah, the whole show, it was a little bit underwhelming to start off the year, but hey, it's fine. They're not gonna hit dip. They're not gonna have absolute Hall of Fame shows like Raw did this past Monday every freaking week. But it's fine. Like, it got up to a little bit of a bumpy start. It's okay. Sometimes that happens, sometimes it doesn't. But anyways, it's still a good show. I'm gonna give the show a 4 out of 5. NXT New Year's Evil, it was pretty good. It was pretty good, in my opinion. So that's gonna do it for this one. Thank you all for watching this horrible video, and just have a good night.